How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Today we have an investment tier list for March. We're going to be looking at some high demand singles that have a low entry point. That's currently in our S tier. So let's go ahead and go to TCG Player and see what's been going on with this regular Charmander promo from the Obsidian Flames ETB, the regular ETB that you could have got at retail for like $39.99. I think was the cheapest on sale, maybe $35. And so yes, here is the Charmander promo. Recently, I experienced my first time being a vendor. I brought my sealed product, so my sleeve booster packs, 3-pack blisters, Shrouded Fable collection boxes, Greninja and Kingdras. I brought my Evolving Skies sleeve booster packs, Fusion Strike, and Twilight Masquerade. I brought my PSA slabs, and the amount of singles that I had literally got wiped out almost in the first day. And a lot of people were wanting this Charmander regular promo. And look at the volume on this promo. You have about 20 to 100 of these being sold every few days. And that's the past 3 months. So really incredible gains for this card. In January, it was selling for $16.82. Now it's selling for $27. So I didn't have any of this promo. I recently picked up about 10 of these. And next time I go and sell my product, sell my sealed product and my singles, this is what I want to have in stock for people, because I'm telling you, I had like 3 people every hour, I feel like, trying to ask me about this promo if I had it. And I did not have it, so I want to have it in the future. Next, we have the Snorlax promo. No one really asked about this promo. However, if we look at the volume, we could see that we're having similar thing with this one. We're having about 30 to 50 of these promos being sold every few days in just the last month. And the reason why I decided to invest in this Snorlax promo, and when I mean invest, I really only got like 13 of them. But the reason is, look at this price point right here, $14.95, and 719 promos were sold for this price. So that's literally last month, not even that long ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. And so because of that, I looked at the price and I said, yeah, it's gone down and it's been trending in the downward direction, but people are still buying this promo, and it looks like it got bought up pretty quickly with the volume, and there's less volume now. But this is the time you want to get in on cards, is when the entry point is lower. And if it's had previous buyouts or previous highs, sometimes it's a great opportunity. It just depends on the card. And my understanding is that Pokemon 151, we're not going to get too much product after those booster bundle restocks and the booster bundles, and we got the Blooming Waters. However, you can only get this Snorlax promo in the Elite Trainer box, which, from what I understand, we haven't got anymore. So that is currently on the S tier, you guys. And the reason why is because it has a high demand. There's a high amount of volume being sold on TCG Player, and the entry point is low. The Charmander currently $27, and the Snorlax promo is currently about $7.42. So next we're going to move on to the A tier. This is the high demand and high entry point singles. And these singles just continue to go up. You know, we have the Groudon right here. It's a legendary. It's probably going to be one of the most expensive Groudons, I think, ever. Behind the star, or what is it? The Groudon, yeah, is it the star? Isn't that what they call it? The Groudon star and the Gold Star. Gosh, how did I forget that? The Gold Star Groudon, right? Anyways, let's see. Right here in December, it was $65. And then starting the new year, the price was about $72. It's managed to get up all the way to $108. That was in early February. Dropped down to $100. So the all-time high of the year so far is $108. Let's keep that in mind. Dropped down to $100, $105, and now $101. So, you know, it's gone through some price corrections. Let's see for the last month. It continues to go through price corrections, and now it's at $101. Yeah. So we have a decent amount of volume. You know, it's an expensive card, but we're having about 2 to 3 copies, maybe 5 being sold every few days. And yeah, the Groudon has hit $100, and I think there's a lot of potential for that Groudon because there was a lot of Paradox Rift when the set first came out, and it did get restocked. But I haven't heard of reprints for Paradox Rift. Apparently, we're getting reprints of Surging Sparks, Twilight Masquerade. We're apparently getting, what is it, Paldean Fates as well, and Paldea Evolved. And so we don't know. We don't know yet if we're going to get Paradox Rift. If we do get Paradox Rift reprints, then we could probably expect that Groudon maybe to lose 20 to 30%. That would still only bring the Groudon to a $70 card, maybe an $80 card. And so that's when you probably just dollar cost average. You buy a few more copies, maybe at $70, and see how you do there. But the Groudon is currently $100. Next, we have the Tyranitar. I remember I had Japanese copies of this card, and I just gave them to some friends that, you know, were new to Pokemon and the newer generation, and they've been collecting all the old stuff, and now I wanted to introduce them to the new cards. And so I was handing out these cards, the Japanese versions though, because even back then it was expensive. At least I thought, at $35, which now it is a $51 card, and it's currently trending in the upward direction. In January it was a $45 card, and it's steadily going up since January. And then in the past month it's jumped from $47 now to $51, with the pretty nice volume of about 2 to 10 copies being sold every few days. Yeah, so it continues to go up. You know, maybe it'll flatline around $50. Nice round number. And, you know, I really just do believe that the Tyranitar has a lot of potential, because look at this Tyranitar here. Let's change it to the near mint copy. I remember I was going to get one for $115, and look at it now. In January, it was $155, and now it's steadily rising up to $218. Managed to get to $225. Now it's down to $218. And look at the volume. You're still having 1 to 3 copies being sold every few days at this new $218 price point. So far, the all-time high for the year looks to be that $223 price point right here. So it's $218, and that's why I'm talking about this Tyranitar from Paldea Evolved. We are getting the Paldea Evolved reprints. Who knows how much we're going to be getting? We'll have to see in the coming weeks. Yeah, guys, that Tyranitar, though, it honestly is a really sweet card, and I could see why with the gem rates. I did a video on the gem rates for Paldea Evolved. Go ahead and check that out on the channel. I gave everyone the gem rates and the PSA 10 prices. And so, yeah, go ahead and check out that video if you haven't seen the gem rates for the cards in Paldea Evolved. And then we have this Tyranitar EX. I only wanted to highlight this one from Ancient Origins. That Ancient Origins booster box is, what is it, like $800 plus. And I'm only bringing it up mainly because look at the potential Tyranitar has in general. This card is up, let's see, 43%. It was a $24 card, and now it's a $36 card. So if a full art can get to $36 in 1 year, could you imagine this Tyranitar if it's a $51 card, and let's say it goes up 30% in a year, then this card can get up to like a $70. So I just wanted to highlight that. Next, we're moving on to Tier B. So Tier S and Tier A are singles. They're high demand and low entry point for these ones, high entry point for these two. Very popular species, all four of these Pokemon. When you're looking at investing, you know, the popular Pokemon do tend to do well over time and steadily rise. Now we're getting into the B tier because there's a higher entry point for these two sets. However, we recently have been getting a reprints for Twilight Masquerade. I've been seeing notifications on my phone about restocks for Twilight Masquerade. So it looks like the restocks are starting to hit the market. And then we're going to mention this Silver Tempest booster box because it's been trending in the downward direction. It was $280, now it's $250. So let's go ahead and check out that Silver Tempest. And another reason why I bring this up is people kept asking me if I had, when I went to the card show and I was a vendor for the first time, which was so much fun, you guys. Man, I'm so happy that I went. It was really fun experience. A lot of people were coming up to me and asking me if I had Silver Tempest sleeved booster packs. Personally, I like sleeve booster packs because there's no like Wayne scandal with me. They're all sleeved, so you're just getting the pack, and sometimes they almost cost the same as a regular booster pack from other products. And I just prefer the sleeved ones because they're easier to store for me, and you just got to take care of them. And then you also don't have someone wondering if whether or not you weighed them. And yeah, so like I said, Silver Tempest, a lot of people were asking about it, and that Lugia has now hit basically $300 again. And then you have the Rayquaza at $75 and the Blaziken VMAX at $27. And let's just look at what this booster box has been doing. In January, it was selling for about $245, dropped down to $229, managed to get up to $254, and now it's down to $252. So I thought at some point that it reached 288. It looks like it has not reached 288. Maybe that was on my collector app. If you've used that before, sometimes the values are a little off. And yeah, so you could see that it went through a pump all the way to 233 right here. And then it price corrected down to 237. And now it's on another good pump right there to $252. And you can see the volume, you guys. You're having 20 to 50 booster boxes of Silver Tempest being sold every few days. That Lugia, like I said, is trending in the upward direction. It's doing really well. We could just check it out too. Currently, I just have, I think, two of them that I'm selling, and one of them I'm grading because I think this one is finally going to get a 10. But yeah, look at the last 3 months. In January, $233, and it's been trending in the upward direction. Now it's $293, but you can see it's had these two price corrections these past 2 months. So it went through one in February. It's going through another price correction, and the volume is really good on this Lugia. So I think those sleeve booster packs are going to be a good route. And the reason why I think, where's the booster box? This is a booster box, you guys, from Sword and Shield. It has a really popular Pokemon. I think overall this set is better than Astral Radiance. A lot of people really want that Lugia. No one really asked me for Astral Radiance. People were asking for Twilight Masquerade and Silver Tempest while I was at the event. And I didn't have any Silver Tempest, but I sold a ton of Twilight Masquerade sleeve booster packs. And we're going to talk about Twilight Masquerade soon. And so we're going to go ahead and get into Twilight Masquerade right here. And then we'll talk about Surging Sparks, because Surging Sparks is interesting because I don't know if we've gotten a whole lot of reprints for it yet. The reprints have been announced. It looks like online and everything. But look at this Twilight Masquerade. You can see that it's gone through a price correction in March, or in early March. It was selling for $231. Now it's selling for $219, you guys. So it's going through a price correction right now. Looks like it's going up slightly, but this might be a good opportunity. If it gets down to 215, 210, that's not too bad, because 220 is pretty close to $210. And at one point, it was a $234 booster box. That was the all-time high right here. And so we want to see some stability. Maybe it'll be stable at a price point of 220. But it just kept going up. In early February, it was 198, went to 210, and then it was just towards the end of February, absolutely taking off and going to the moon. And then we got that announcement, looks like officially, for reprints, and now it's dropped down to 219. So it's already gone through a price correction of about $20 right now. So this is something to keep in mind. If you want a dollar cost average, as the price continues to go down, if it goes down, that might be a good route. And again, I was selling these at $6. These Twilight Masquerade sleeve booster packs, market price is $6.43. I really like sleeve booster packs. Like I said, they're unweighable, and if you get a good amount of them at a decent price point and a low entry point, over time they do go up in value. I sold Fusion Strike booster packs. I didn't sell a whole lot because I was selling above market price. I think market price is about $12.99 for Fusion Strike, and I was selling them for $15. I didn't want to sell out of them for $10, so I didn't want to put them for $12 either. That would have been the market price. I originally got them for about $4 to $5, and so I'm happy that Fusion Strike. It's taken a long time for the sleeve booster packs to go up. The booster box was taken off, but the sleeve booster packs were still readily available and affordable, and so they hadn't gone up yet. So these ones do take a good amount of time, but the entry point can be lower. And instead of someone having to buy a full-on booster box in the next year or two, they can buy Twilight Masquerade booster packs. I believe people will still buy these when they're at $10. I think people will still buy them when they're at $15 because this set has the Greninja. And then we have these Silver Tempest. Like I said, everyone kept asking me about Silver Tempest. Too bad I didn't have any. I probably would have sold some for like $7 to $8. Market price is $7.20. I remember I could have got some of these for $4 to $5 like 6 months ago. But oh well, I didn't invest in them at the time. And now I'm starting to think about it, because if I get some of these at, I think you can get them for $5 to $6 on TikTok. You might have to pay taxes as well as every other site. And if these sleeve booster packs do get to $10, that would be really great, because if you get 10 of these at $70 and then you sell them for $10 each, you're making $30 for in total. And yeah, so going back to the vending, you guys, it was a wonderful experience. I'm not saying that it's for everyone, but it's really cool to be on the other side of things and be selling things and be meeting people and giving kids free packs and hooking people up with a good deal and bargaining here and there, buying people's singles and sealed product at a discounted price as a buyer. Or yeah, like I was able to get a Journey Together booster box for $60, or sorry, not a Journey Together, Battle Partners booster box for $60, because some guy really needed the money and he overpaid for them and he wanted to get out of it. And he wanted like $70 or $80. And I said, hey, that's like straight up market price. And these Japanese sets tend to get reprinted. I don't think I really need to buy it right now. It's not like on my buy list at all. I do want one in the personal collection. I will buy it right now for $60. And he was willing to take the offer. He also wanted me to buy a Elite Trainer box of Evolving Skies that was ripped, that he overpaid $500 for, and I said no way. And I guess apparently he played some sort of gimmicky game and lost. It was like flip it for 500, and he lost. It was weird. I don't know what he was trying to say about some gimmick game, and I was like, dude, that's crazy. Like, you betted $500 and lost and had to take the box that was ripped. Like, I try to explain to him real quick as I'm vending, like, this is not how you want to spend your Pokemon investment money. Like, if you want to collect things, great, and playing those games on whatnot. Or he said this was an in-person like game at the card show, and I was like, dude, like, bro, that's not how you want to do it. Buy some things and sit on it and hold it, and as the values go up, you can sell part of your collection or part of your investment. So hopefully he does well in the future. Next, we have these Surging Spark sleeve booster packs. And so we're in the C tier now. Entry point is low, but the long hold time, or it has a longer holding time. So we talked about all the other tiers. Now we're on the Surging Sparks sleeve booster packs. And this is why we're going to start talking about Surging Sparks. Is because, like I said earlier, we have gone reprints for these sets. It looks like they're slowly rolling out on different stores and whatnot. And Surging Sparks has taken a hit. The booster boxes haven't taken a huge hit, only like a $5 hit. It depends on how much reprint restocks we get, right? But the sleeve booster packs are down 5%. In February, they were selling for $7.83. And now they dropped to $7.48. And that doesn't seem like a big drop. I know, you guys, because it's only one. However, if you, sometimes investing is about like high volume, and it does feel a little risky sometimes. But at the same time, you don't have to go totally ham. You can get 10 at a time. That's $70. $70 investment is really nice. The only thing you're going to have to do, like me with the Fusion Strike sleeve booster packs, is you're going to have to sit on them maybe for a year. Like in a year investment, like those sleeve booster packs going from $4 to $5 now to $12, I've already gained 100% on those. And then I was able to sell them, some of them for $15, because people were cool and were like, yeah, I'll buy it for 15, like rather than going online for 12.99 or 11.99 or whatever, taxes and shipping. Um, Anyways, yeah, so like sleeve booster packs do take a long period of time. However, it's a great way for people to buy these packs and not have to break the bank, you know? They don't have to spend a ton of their money that they brought to card shows. They don't have to spend a ton of money to collect these sleeve booster packs at all. It's a really nice either collection piece, or it's really great to open these packs. I'll leave you guys with this. I had about 45 Evolving Skies sleeve booster packs, and I sold 40 of them for $30. I originally bought these Evolving Skies sleeve booster packs for $15, and I sold 40 of them for 30 bucks within 2 days of the card show. So it was really cool to be able to do that, and to be able to kind of like get the validation of investing and buying sealed product and holding it for like 2 to 3 years. I haven't held everything for 2 years, obviously. I've bought things, I've overpaid for things, I've sold things too early. I've done it all, you guys. So hopefully this tier list helps you guys for March. There's a lot of great options. The Snorlax, the Charmander, the Groudon, the Tyranitar. Even this Tyranitar is going up, so if you have that, maybe you might consider selling it. Sleeve or the booster boxes for Silver Tempest are slowly trending in the downward direction. So if you haven't gotten Silver Tempest, it might be a good time to pick them up. And then Twilight Masquerade going through that price correction currently by about $20. And again, for the long haul, those sleeve booster packs. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.